can this project compete with the likes of Chainlink? Let's find out. What is going on, guys? This is Yix here at Magnet Crypto, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'm going to do a coin review on Band Protocol, looking at what it's about, partnerships, what the team comprises of, the roadmap, and then finish off with some technicals. So let's get straight into it. Band Protocol is a very simple project. It's a secure, scalable, blockchain agnostic, decentralized Oracle. So basically a competitor for Chainlink. And funny enough, I checked out an interview with the CEO of Band Protocol. He said they're actually quite close with the Chainlink project, and they actually talk amongst each other, which is very healthy, very good, because they just want to make their project as effective as possible, the best that it can be. So they have some similar problems that they actually talk about. But it's a data Oracle system. It's decentralized, and so what they would do is they would be able to source data from the real world and actually connect it onto the blockchain. This is very good for smart contracts, for kind of prediction services, for the DeFi space in general. It relies on these kind of projects to be able to source real information from the real world. So it's a very important project and the main competitor for Chainlink. And we all know how big Chainlink is at the moment. So what is the team comprised of? There's 3 main guys in this team, and they have good CVs, not world class, but pretty good CVs. This one, the CEO, went to Stanford University. He was Forbes 30 under 30, so obviously he's quite ambitious. He's made a name for himself if he got recognized by Forbes. Then you have his colleague, the CTO, went to MIT, worked for Hudson River Trading, and also Quora and Dropbox, so pretty good companies. And then you have the third CPO and co-founder, worked for TripAdvisor, TefMap, and the creator of crypto games with 800,000 plus users since 2013. So pretty good CV, not a long list of employees, but I'm sure they've got other developers, but for the top ranking senior execs, this is pretty good, I would say. If we look at the token economics, so today it's absolutely smashing it, 36%. I'll get to the TA in a bit. You can see that it's been doing very well in the last few weeks / months. Market cap has increased to 151 million. Daily volume is 95 million. Circulating supply is 20.5 million, and the total supply is 100 million Band. There is no max supply, so that means that it is an inflationary coin. They do speak about this in the white paper. I would advise you to read it. They reward validators for their services, basically, and so it's an inflationary model. Partnerships, they've got a lot of partnerships. The one they recently announced with Elrond, so they'll be providing their services to Elrond. Icon is one of the big partnerships. Balanced, also pretty big. Gravity, Waves, Neutrino, Bet Protocol. As I said, they need protocols like Bet Protocol, which is the leading betting protocol. They need real world data to be sourced and accessed onto the blockchain. So you can see why these data oracles are very important projects. Hence why Chainlink has been doing so well. And the list goes on. They've got a lot of partnerships, and they continue to source new partnerships. This is a very, very positive indication. So this is their white paper for you to read. It's an easy read. This explains about the system, how they have validators, and you can delegate your voting rights to a validator, and that validators need to obviously verify transactions. They have, in terms of government, they make decisions collectively. So that's for you to peruse. As I said, it's pretty easy read. So the vision and roadmap. So just going over what this actually is. Simply put, Band Protocol strives to become the go-to decentralized oracle for dApps across multiple blockchain networks by ensuring maximum security, speed, and low cost. Although there have been multiple attempts to solve this problem, most projects either are insufficiently decentralized by design, are difficult for developers to integrate with, or lack economic incentive for data providers to sustainably feed high quality information. So that is quite important. That is quite important to mention, that the validators who actually do all the work can set their own fees, and so there's more of an incentive for them to actually to provide the services. So obviously, the fact that they've mentioned these issues, they are addressing this. Band Protocol provides a cheaper, faster, and easier to integrate decentralized oracle that solves all the problems above. So the long-term vision is a blockchain agnostic by nature, and will expand to other blockchains through the integration with BandChain. So that's the part that we will be seeing next. BandChain's objective is to bridge fragmented data available on existing unconnected blockchains and become the base data layer for them. So we are now at Q3 expansion, so BandChain mainnet launch, and so we're now at phase 1, Guan Yu. So we're now at this point, proof of authority mainnet, and we have 2 more phases until mainnet migration. So still, if you're getting in at this point, it's still early days, so to speak. There's still a couple of stages left until we get to the mainnet migration. Only halfway until that point. So it's always important for projects to outline a simple roadmap for everyone to understand, because as investors we do need to understand what's happening so that we're comfortable with where the project is heading and that there's a clear destination in sight. So with that out of the way, now that we've got an understanding about the project and what they're all about, let's have a look at the technicals. So it hasn't been out for that long, only September 2019, but even as early as April, if you invested around that point, you would have been up almost 25x, 27x. That's how much has gone up since that point, not too long ago, and it just keeps going up. You can see that the volume is very strong. It was especially strong around March after the COVID-19 crash. It's dipped since that point, but now in the last 2 months, since July, we have had an increase in volume, hence why you can see prices continue to increase. If this continues, then we can continue to see new highs being met. I've marked out the big even numbers: 10, 25. The next one would be 50. As we're heading into price discovery area, it's really hard to predict where exactly it can go. It could go up to 50. Why not? The market cap is only 180 million. If it does retrace, because it hasn't retraced that strongly from this point. We had a retrace at this level, which is about 50%, which was a fair amount, but since that point we haven't had a strong retrace, so we'll have to wait and see how we progress. But if it does retrace, I would imagine that around the $5 level or even the $3 level are the points that could be the points of support. If not, it could go down all the way to 230, give or take. So this will be a major area of support, around $2, $192. You can see, because price did reject off it a couple of times, this would be a good area of support. At some point we may be heading all the way down. So a lot of times these strong areas of resistance that end up being areas of support at some point in the future, but we are in price discovery mode, price discovery area, so we don't know how far it's going to go. So it's always best to put a little bit, don't put too much into these kind of new assets. You got to be cautious with them, and invest slowly. So the technicals are looking pretty good. We are in an area of price discovery. As you can see, we've hit new highs quite a few times in the last few weeks. Retraced just a little bit over here, nothing too much. Well, actually 40%, still a strong retracement. If we move to the daily, again, because we're in a price discovery, you know, there's really no limit it can get to. It could get to 25 or $10 to $25. Who knows? Volume has been good, so that's a very positive sign. So let's just see how it goes. Overall, I think it's a strong project, especially because it's one of the main competitors for Chainlink, and Chainlink is, I think, around $3 billion market cap. So the fact that it's a link to that, a lot of people are already going to speculate that it could get to those levels or near those levels. So it's got a long way to go to get there. And as a new project, obviously there's a lot more opportunity, there's a lot more room for growth and a lot less downside. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video there. Hope you got some value from it, and see you in the next video. Peace.